We begin with badly stitched together scenes of psychotic Nazis killing and blowing up shit while reciting emo poetry about destroying the world. And if you ask me what their motivation is, they are bored, they have too much angst, so everyone has to die. Then we see the main character fighting his obligatory rival. We are never shown why they are fighting, which comes off as silly since you know nothing about them, yet this is the only characterization they begin with. But I guess if Black Clover, the king of shonen anime, does it as well, that means it's great writing. Then we are introduced to the platonic girlfriend during a horribly written dialogue where everything they say is a lazy info dump of what they were doing all day. It's as if they are reading their diaries out loud. True to its origin as a porn game, the platonic girlfriend goes inside the protagonist's room through a hole in the wall. Because their rooms are next to each other and this way she can sneak inside while he's masturbating or wants a quick fuck without anyone noticing it. Did I mention they are siblings? But it's okay because they're not blood related, so incest is fine. Then the protagonist goes to a high school, because where else could he go, and has a discussion about breast sizes with a second harem bimbo. That's the first thing we learn about her, by the way, her breast size. Characterization at its finest. And then we get the typical misunderstanding jokes that exist as sexual foreplay for when you actually get to bang these bitches later in the story. Because porn games! The protagonist is revealed to be special with hidden powers, which is something we have never seen before. This, by the way, is his only characterization. He's special. Talk about self-inserts! The psychotic Nazis conveniently become mysterious transfer students in the same high school, because that's the reason schools exist for. What follows is the obligatory overly convoluted explanation of magic, which always boils down to if you really want something to happen, it happens! Chuni at its finest! The protagonist trains for a couple of hours, which is somehow enough to match the experience others gain after decades, and is then challenged by one of the psychotic Nazis. That means the Nazis train him so they can kill him instead of simply killing him right away. Poor game logic! The battle takes place while he is surrounded by tied-up naked women who get butchered to pieces by a one-dimensional manic laughing light novel rapist. This amazing characterization is done so perfectly, even Black Clover, the king of shonen anime, uses it all the time. The protagonist gets all his limbs sliced off, but with the power of Tite-Kubo, he sprouts new limbs and unlocks his bankai, thus winning the day with a technique called plot armor. At this point I need to stress what a retard the platonic girlfriend is. Aside from how she constantly ignores and forgets all the horrible things going on around her, she also constantly hits the protagonist for being close to other girls while befriending them at the same time. It's almost like this is a porn game, where the girls get jealous but don't hate each other, so you can have an orgy down the line. We also get elfen-led level of brilliant writing, where they find a mute naked girl they have never seen before, and instead of calling the police, they dress her up and go on a date like it's the most normal thing ever. Said girl is also cursed with the power to behead anyone who touches her, but that conveniently doesn't happen when a harem bimbo touches her. The mute girl is not even real. She's the personification of the protagonist's bankai and exists only in his hand. Get it? His waifu is in reality his hand. Fop, 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 just like all waifus. Then the big bad appears and summons a gigantic skeleton that blows up a huge bridge. This is quickly disregarded by everyone in the city as a hallucination, since as we all know gas explosions happen all the time and are the explanation behind every unexplainable phenomenon in the history of mankind. Then a bunch of edgy crap happens, such as dancing in a room made of skulls while people are bleeding out of their eye sockets. It's subversion. Then dialogue continuity ceases to exist. I mean, when the protagonist says, "I haven't given up yet," like a generic shonen hero, how the hell do you follow this with a bimbo replying, "Then make love to me, if you want to do something then rape me, then just kill me," all while you're shown skulls and shit? How does any of that connect? Oh wait, I know, gas explosions. This explains everything. After that, the protagonist goes back to school, because where else could he go, and finds all the students being hypnotized, with gas obviously, to go there no matter what. I didn't get this part. Why would you want to hypnotize people into doing that in porn games? It's the only fucking place they go to all the time, so what kind of a vapid explanation is this? Gas explosion, now I understand, carry on! Then the Nazis kill more innocent people in gory ways. And by gory, I mean using the paintbrush tool for sprinkling some red color over their heads. It's really amazing to see how far special effects have gone thanks to technology. Remember how it was all practical and took a lot of effort instead of 3 seconds on Photoshop? After this, the Nazis show their past in flashbacks, which predictably is full of edge and makes absolutely no sense. Did that manage to make them sympathetic or memorable? Hell no! At this point, nobody cares about characters or plot anymore, since their master plan comes down to killing enough people for a huge swastika to form, with which they will kill even more people. Then his rival is killed, but he doesn't die because he has this weird power that lets him come back to life, because blood said so. we get a flashback where he stabs to death the father of the protagonist, who turns out to be another one-dimensional evil rapist. Then he comes back to life by bursting out of the belly of a psychotic Nazi, and that makes complete sense because gas explosions. Then the rival goes on to fight another psychotic Nazi, who for some reason he is fused with his own sister, who is also his mother. How is that possible, you might ask? Because porn games? Then another psychotic Nazi appears who loves to torture to death the people he loves. His personality is very deep and complex, and if you don't see that, you're a hater of this critically acclaimed masterpiece. And then the show ends in the middle of nowhere, telling you to go fuck yourself and play the porn game, which, as we can see from the statistics, most people gave it a 9. That can only mean it's a masterpiece, and you're wrong for not liking it. Abrupt ending of the review.